We have made it. We are here in Cologne, Germany.
Welcome guys to Theme Park Parents, and we are here at the theme park that both of us have been looking forward to the entirety of this year. And yes, as Holly says, we are finally here and we can bring you along with us for the ride, because we are at Phantasialand.
I'm very excited. We have just checked in to Charles Lindbergh Hotel.
Yeah, and we've just entered our pod, having a quick look around.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
It's cosy. It's really warm in here. We've got a little thermostat so we can keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because the weather here is very much like the UK.
It's just turned midnight and we're going to be spending 2 whole days at Phantasialand this week, staying here at the Charles Lindbergh Hotel. Only a short trip, as we tend to do with these European theme parks, but it is going to be an absolutely fantastic park, and I cannot wait to get on some of these amazing coasters.
I wouldn't know anything about them because I have been kept in the dark. All I know is that f.l.y runs through our hotel, yes. So I've seen little sneak peeks of that. I've looked at the food because I wanted to know what I was getting myself in for, and the food looks amazing, so I'm really excited to try that. And I know that Black Mamba is here.
But generally, Holly does not know much about the rides here.
No.
How they, what they are and what she can expect. So she's going in more or less blind.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know, as I'm a nerd, but it's going to be a great experience for Holly. And I'm honestly just cannot wait to get started tomorrow morning. So yeah, we'll give you a quick tour of our pod here in the Charles Lindbergh Hotel and our amazing view just out the window.
I don't know if they'll be able to see anything because it is very dark outside and also very wet.
It is a little bit dark, yes.
It is, yes, as you would expect it to be at midnight.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the pod. Incredibly small. 2 single beds. Comes with a Holly.
What more do you need though?
Yeah, it's very steampunk themed. It's awesome.
Take them off.
Got your TV here. Got a little ensuite with a shower and the essentials. You right?
I didn't break it, but this is a little luggage.
Storage area, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a tiny little pod, nice and cosy. I can't remember exactly how much this cost, but it wasn't too bad at all. And we've got, with the package, we've got obviously our park tickets for 2 days. We've got dinner and breakfast included.
Yeah, so we were meant to have dinner tonight, but he says that we could have lunch in exchange for dinner because we got here so late. So tomorrow we've got breakfast, lunch and dinner for free. And then on the Wednesday we'll have breakfast.
Yes, and we've also got 2 express fast passes for f.l.y as well.
Each day. 2 each day.
Yeah, we've got 4 each in total, which is amazing. We're not expecting massive crowds here because it is a weekday and it's during October.
Still going to use them though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have been keeping an eye on the queue times as I like to do. But it's it's really good. Yeah, I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think I'll go through the cost when I have a look. But we've also taken flights with Ryanair into Cologne. We got an Uber over here, which was about £51. So between the 4 of us, that's not much at all, really. No. Didn't take too long to get here. We might head into Cologne on the last day, just so we don't have to get an Uber back. Then we can use the public transport system. So let's take a look outside. Yes. And yeah, you probably can't see much, but this is f.l.y.
No, they can't see anything.
You can see a little bit of track down there, yeah. Anyway, it'll be a lot better in the daylight. I will show you this in the morning. But this is the Vekoma flying coaster, and cannot wait to get on that tomorrow.
Can you see the door?
And this is the door, Holly. No, you can't. You can see a little bit, it's not much. It's very in the dark. As said in the Autumn Towers vlog, we do also have Ruben with us, who is staying in the pod next door, along with our friend Sean, who has been here about 8 times before, so he will be a nice guide for us, as this is obviously our first time. So we're going to get some sleep now, going to have a shower, and then we'll get a good night's sleep and be up early.
Tired.
Nice and bright in the morning for breakfast, and then we will see you probably at the park entrance for Phantasialand. Well, good morning. And welcome to day 1. I didn't have a great sleep, to be fair. I think I'm running on about 2, maybe 3 hours. The rain was pretty loud. Not used to a single bed, and probably didn't help that I came off night shift onto a day shift sleeping routine, so I'm sort of halfway between the two. Anyway, still raining, and it's set to rain all day, so we'll make the most of what we can. Try and get the footage of what we're able to. But it is daylight now, so I'm going to show you the view.
I want to see too.
There it is. f.l.y. Cannot wait to get on that. We're quite low down, to be fair. This hotel has 8 levels and we are on -1. So we're near the bottom of this whole area. But right about 5 to 10 metres away from the roller coaster. That sounds a unique sleeping. Gonna head down for some breakfast in about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna ask at reception if we get early park access, because I am aware that some rides open at 9 and then the rest open at 10. So if we can get in at 9, that'll be handy, because we are due to be back here for 1 o'clock in the afternoon for lunch, as obviously we missed dinner last night arriving so late, so the hotel said we'd get a free lunch instead. So that obviously will take a little bit of time out of our day. We're also planning to head off early tomorrow to see a little bit of Cologne before we go. I've always wanted to see Cologne Cathedral. It's an absolutely huge, monumental church. Yeah, so I really want to see that. So we'll try and get as many rides in as we can, but early park access would help. So just quickly, the entire stay for the hotel, park tickets, express passes for f.l.y. and the meals all came to €1,164, which is 291 each. Haven't equated that into pounds, but I'd say that's pretty good, to be fair, for 2 nights accommodation and 2-day park tickets, plus you got all the additional extras like the express passes. Quite happy with that price, to be fair. And then we just had the additional flight costs with Ryanair then. How did you sleep, Ruben?
Pretty good, actually.
Was your room adequate?
It was hot.
Hot?
Yeah.
Oh, I found mine quite cold, actually.
No, we had the window open.
I had to shut the window.
I was warm.
And the beds are angled towards...
Yeah, I felt that as well. They're slightly... Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that.
I felt like top heavy. And I was like,
No, I was just going
nah,
into
but it's alright. They're like tiny little cabins. So.
Look at me and Sean.
This is Sean, everyone. He is our guide. He is an experienced theme park goer.
For people to have camera shoved in their face, Daniel, let me eat breakfast first.
The time now is 9:15, and we're just waiting outside the Ruckberg entrance from the Charles Lindbergh Hotel. Gonna have a wander around the park, see if there's anything worth getting on in the opening hour, but it would be a good chance to familiarise ourselves with the park and get some good shots of the theming around as well. I've not seen anything testing yet, but it is quite early on still, and then when it gets to 10 o'clock all the major attractions will open, and we'll probably start the day off with f.l.y, I think. Apologies, viewers, if the camera footage is slightly unstable. I sprained my ankle just before we came out here playing football.
Conceding an own goal.
Yes, of all things. And Holly and Ruben have been less than sympathetic. Yeah. Had to take a crutch round Stansted Airport, but I've decided to go against the crutch today. So free up both of my hands. Yeah, okay, alright. It's the double-decker carousel. Well, we're going to start off the day with a dark ride on Mousa Chocolat. I don't know what I'm going to be able to say about this, because obviously it's a new experience for me, Holly and Ruben. But Sean is not giving away any details, so let's have a look.
It broke down.
Yeah, so we got about halfway round, and then all the lights came on, the vehicles came to an abrupt stop. A German message and then an English message came on explaining the technical difficulties, and then we got evacuated. But Holly wiped the floor with me.
Yeah, I did that. We found a new champion because Ruben absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, what was your score, Ruben?
It was 164,000.
164?
Yeah.
Are you telling me 142?
Oh, it was one of the two.
What was yours?
About 120.
Okay,
I thought it was doing really good.
you got
I was
81?
81.
I got 51. It was a fun ride though, because I've never had a shooting mechanism like that where you've got to pull back a little cannon and sort of catapult the targets. But it was all done on screens, it was really quite fun. And it's very similar to Street Mission over at Portaventura, which me and Holly both love.
We're going to the Sphinx.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now, but we're going to go over to the chair swing next, right in the limb. Well, we just had a nice, pleasant ride there on woolen something, whatever it's called. I do like the water effects on that. You've got the fountains that come out, the clams in the middle, and then you've also got the fountain display on the outside as well. Makes for a very picturesque ride.
It goes really fast.
I know, I felt a bit more intense than the standard
I
wave.
closed my eyes, I was dizzy. I like seeing it.
Right, well, we've come over to Black Mamba now for our first coaster of the day. This is a B&M invert, opened back in 2006, and was one of the first major thrill rides here at Phantasialand. Very much like my favourite invert, Nemesis Reborn, this is a terrain coaster, so it's very difficult to see the whole layout, and everything just goes in and out of the landscape, and it's all very much suited to the landscape. Can't wait to get on this coaster. I reckon Holly will like this, as it's an invert and it's going to have inversions.
See, I'm going in blind.
Yep. We did just hear it had some technical difficulties, but there's not much else open between now and 10, so we thought it's 9:30, we'll just wait it out. It should get going again relatively soon, hopefully. Well, we've only been waiting about 5 minutes, and the ride is back in operation now. Queue's moving quick, as it does with any B&M invert, and hope to be on it shortly. Just in the distance, hear that classic B&M roar. Yes!
That was fun.
Yeah, that was actually really enjoyable. I'm never usually a massive fan of inverts because obviously I'm more airtime and launch based, but if I had fun, that means it must be good because, yeah, like I said.
I mean, because it's a new roller coaster, we never know what's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
There were so many random twists and turns, sharp jolts that you
don't expect, yeah,
but
because
it's so smooth.
it is smooth for an old coaster. It's going to be
Lovely and smooth.
20 years old next year. It's a long coaster as well, which is always a
Yeah,
benefit.
I did think the cycle went on a little bit.
Yeah.
Loads of nice little elements going through different tunnels and caves and stuff, which was good
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Obviously, like you say, you just don't know what's coming around next corner. It's such a terrain-based coaster that, yeah, you really don't know exactly what's going to come around. You probably go on it a few times and still not sort of learn the layout off by heart. Yeah, so that was a good ride. We'll do it again, that's obviously on our time here, but we're going to head over now towards f.l.y. and get in the pre-queue for that. Cannot wait for this coaster, it's going to be so good. Time now is 10 to 10, so should be opening soon. Yes, time for f.l.y. Right, back into Rookburg now for what has been one of the main highlights and most anticipated coasters of this trip. The 2020 Vekoma Flying Coaster, f.l.y. or f.l.y. It's actually currently sitting on a 15-minute wait, so it opened a little bit earlier than 10 o'clock. Not going to complain though. We do have our fast passes as well to use if the queues get up a little bit, but for now it's sitting at a nice acceptable 15 minutes. It is time to fly.
I could cry.
Oh my word.
That was insane.
That was so good. That is better than I ever imagined it to be. I had so much fun on that.
I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that. I mean, my whole body was tensing. This is children. So we are theme park parents, and these are our children for this trip. My whole body was tensing the whole way around because I felt like the restraints were a little bit loose. I would have liked to have been a little bit tighter.
Yeah, you like to be snug, I like to be loose.
Yeah, but that's personal preference. However, I can't swear, but I want to.
Yeah, that was absolutely unreal.
That was amazing.
Even the pre-launch, you're going up the lift, you got the screens in front of you, and then the launch is so good.
It's amazing.
And you got some great speeds on there, some awesome elements.
It's a really long ride.
It's long, it's so smooth as well. It's so well themed, you got the spray effects halfway around. Like I said, the speed actually is what took me a lot. It's just absolutely unbelievable. And as I said to Holly, that's not even the best ride here. She's got more to look forward to.
I'm intrigued because that was insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's instantly gone straight into my top 10. I mean, I need to reconfigure my top 10, but that's instantly gone in there.
Hello.
Ruben, your thoughts?
That was insane. That was beyond amazing. I mean...
Let's give him his own one. There you
He
go.
deserves a mic.
Do we just hold on to it? Or?
No, there you go.
No, I like... Even describing how good it is, puts Galactica Air, whatever you want to call it, to shame.
Yes,
Because
yes.
this is beyond that, and I can't wait to go on it again.
Yes. Would it surprise you to know that there's only one of these anywhere in the world?
Why? There needs to be
I know,
more.
there needs to be so many more.
Probably because it's expensive to maintain, but it's highly worth it.
I also really found the transition between station and flying position quite comfortable as well.
Spoilers.
Oh no, well, I haven't spotted it because I don't know.
That's true. I had no idea, and it was a surprise.
The only slight issue is obviously you've got to go for metal detectors to go on there, which is a bit of a faff, but it's all free locker systems, you'd have to pay for it.
Because Europe knows how to do it.
Yes, I know. Honestly, that's so good. I'm not sure what we're going to do next. We might hit f.l.y. again because we've got the fast passes, so we might just get straight back on, do another round, and then we'll go over to probably Winger's Fear and Winger's Force. What an absolute...
That's the appropriate levels of
What a
ooh.
coaster. Sorry. Right, it's only sitting on 15 minutes, so we're going round again. This is an absolutely insane coaster. I cannot get over it. Me and Holly got the back row as well, so I'd like to experience a little bit further the front this time to see how that compares. This is a very long queue line as well, I have to say. It's not great for my foot walking on it, but definitely worth the end result, that's for sure. Has gone down on f.l.y. It's down at the bottom of the stairs now, so that's a nice reduction. Everywhere else on park is also pretty quiet, with Black Mamba sitting on 5 minutes and Taran sitting at about 25 at the minute. But once we've done this, we're going to head over to Crazy Bats and the 2 Winger coasters to get those out of the way next, as they're not as thrilling as this. Right, had our second ride there on f.l.y. and got the exact same seats as the first time, so yet to experience that near the front. Anyway, we're going to head over to Winger's Fear and Winger's Force now, a pair of Mara spinning coasters, opened back at the park in 2002 in Woostown. Not massively thrilling coasters, but of course it's something new to experience, so we're going to give them a try. And it's just started to have a little bit of rain as well, so we'll be glad to do some indoor attractions. Well, we've done Winger's Force and now it's time for Winger's Fear. Thoroughly enjoyable spinning coaster that. I'll get Holly's raw reaction after we've been on the second coaster. Well, we just had our rides there on Winger's Fear and Winger's Force, They far exceeded any expectation I had, to be fair. They were so good.
If only we could show you my face on the first one.
Yeah, Holly was not expecting that.
I was, oh, there's a giant chicken.
Yes, there's a chicken. Yeah, so I knew about the vertical lift hill. I didn't know about the switch track at the end or the drop track. That was so good. I would say... Oh, it's raining. I would say that Winger's Fair is the better of the two. It's got a better first drop, and it's got another drop later on as well, which is pretty decent. I'll put my raincoat on in a sec. Yeah, we're going to go find somewhere to get a drink now, and then we're going to head for Crazy Bats. Okay, time for Crazy Bats now. A 1998 Vekoma indoor coaster. Have no idea what I'm walking into on this really. Haven't really done any research, and obviously as it's a pitch black indoor coaster, there's no POVs. So we'll just see how it goes. Not expecting much, as I do understand it's quite an old coaster, and it is a family coaster. However, it did once hold the record for the longest indoor roller coaster. That was odd, to say the least.
It was a strange experience.
Yeah, I forgot about the VR headsets you got to wear, but you don't have to wear them.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on a VR ride before.
No, it was quite surreal, to be fair. Really good, good graphics and everything. It's a long ride. It's got 3 lift hills.
Yeah, the VR hurt my head a little bit, so I've got quite a small head, so I had to do it really tight.
Yeah, it's
and
a little bit
above
difficult to adjust.
the thing that you tighten it with, there's like a notch, and that dug right into the back of my skull. So it wasn't comfortable, but it was still a good ride, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it's worth doing. We've got lunch booked in the Charles Lindbergh Hotel at 1 o'clock, so I think we're going to get one more ride in on f.l.y. before we go over there, because we haven't quite got time for Taran, but that'll be definitely after lunch coaster, so we're going to head back over to Ruckberg. Well, Taran's actually just come down to a 5-minute wait, so we are going to shoot straight over there and get on that now, because I have been absolutely dying to get on that. It is the main anticipated roller coaster of this trip, and if it's anything like Dutatus, I am going to absolutely love it. Here she is, Intamin Beauty, Taran. 2016 multi-launch Blitz coaster. I absolutely cannot wait to get on this. Welcome to Klugheim. You excited?
Look at that. It's a mess.
This is absolutely insane. Well, we just had our first ride there on Taran, and in all honesty, I'm slightly underwhelmed. It was a good coaster, it was great. I think we need to ride it a few more times, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't spend much time in my seat. There was a lot of air time, and I definitely felt like I was going to go flying out. But yes, I'm in the same boat as Dan. I am underwhelmed.
I was more impressed by f.l.y, to be fair. But
yes.
We've had 2 rides on f.l.y. We've only had the one on Taran, so need to ride it a few times. Get it in a few different seats. The launches are great though, I have to say.
Yeah.
Not as much airtime as I thought there'd be. There's a few little bumps here and there. Quite a lot of whippy twists and turns, but yeah, it was good. It was good. I'll be looking forward to getting that on that again at some point today. We are going to head back over to Ruckberg though for our lunch, as we are booked in at the Charles Lindbergh Hotel for 1 o'clock lunch. Well, we just enjoyed a relatively good lunch there at the Alpenpost. Bit of a limited menu, especially for those who are picky eaters. So we ended up having burgers. All of us had burgers, and there were steak burgers. They weren't too bad. So we're going to head back onto f.l.y. now, since we're over here and it's sitting on a 10-minute wait. And then we'll get on with some more re-rides. We've also still got the other coaster to do, Colorado Adventure, along with Rake. We've got Talakan, hopefully Chapas will open at some point today, and then we've also got River Quest. Ruben and Holly will want to do Mystery Tower. I'm not too fussed about that because I'm not a massive fan of drop towers. But yeah, we've still got lots to do and loads of re-rides to get on. Well, me and Ruben, we just managed to get a second from the front row ride there back on f.l.y, and let me tell you, that is a completely different experience. So much more intense, but just as enjoyable as the back. There was absolutely nobody waiting in line either. We walked straight onto the ride, which is absolutely shocking, to be fair, for a park this good to have either the throughput's just amazing or it's off season, but I didn't think it would be as it's approaching Halloween. Either way, there was nobody in the queue at all. The longest part just is walking around the entire queue line. It's so long.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
No, but yeah, front row completely different. Holly would definitely have to try that. Well, as much as we can literally just lap f.l.y all day long, there is a lot more of the park we have still yet to discover. Chapas has finally opened, so we're going to head straight for that now and get on what is often considered one of the world's best water rides. Cannot wait to get on this, and as there's 4 of us in the boat as well, should be a pretty good soaker. Well, that was a pretty good ride there on Chapas. A little bit soaked through now. That's fun. That's fun. Holly's nice and soaked through as well.
I'm not too bad, actually.
Yeah, no, we
I
all
feel
wore
a
the
bit
raincoats.
windswept, but yeah, my legs are a little bit soggy, but other than that,
Yeah, it's good fun though,
not
good
too
fun.
bad,
I like the
yeah.
last drop, very steep, very tall. There's a long ride though, again, really good long ride.
Yeah.
We're going to head over to Taran now, the Hurst Top Spin.
that was incredible. Toxicator has literally got nothing on. What is it, Taran?
Yeah, I would agree.
So good.
That was incredible, that was.
So
It was fun, but
with Toxicator, you get like 3
Flips,
spins
yeah,
when
yeah.
when you're like released. That we got like 5, 6.
It was just
Easy.
constant.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah. And you got the flame effects, effects as well.
yeah, I was going to say, try us up after getting soaked.
That was an incredibly intense cycle. That was, honestly, that was well.
I kept getting whipped in the face with
So
my
good.
hair.
I don't have that problem.
Holly had happy screams. Yeah.
Yeah, I only said I was going to die once, so that's an improvement from Toxicator. So, woohoo!
It's time now for Colorado Adventure. Vekoma Mine Train, often described as the most intense anywhere in the world, so I'm looking forward to getting on this and see how it rides.
Intense what anywhere in the world?
Most intense mine train coaster of the Vekoma kind. That way.
I like having this in an inside pocket. That is not a 1 metre height restriction.
Yeah, that's a family coaster. That was interesting. we sat second row to the back, which I know you have to do on these rides to get the most out of them. And there was so much airtime that was unreal, honestly.
We nearly lost Sean.
Yeah, Sean popped out of his seat. I sat next to Holly, Ruben sat next to Sean, and obviously there's a bit of a difference between the leg thickness there, so me and Sean were just bouncing around everywhere. But Sean said if we did it without holding on, he'd buy us a drink. So we're going to hold him to that.
We got a round on Sean tonight.
Right, time for our second ride of the day now on Taran, and it has stopped raining, which is a good sign because it was a little bit sprinkly earlier, so we got a bit of rain to the face, didn't we?
It's a bit sprinkly.
Hoping that we can get a better opinion with this re-ride. Obviously, it was a little bit underwhelming earlier, but that's the thing with coasters, you need to ride them quite a few times just to get a feel for them, see how they ride, try them in a few different seats. It is a good coaster though, I do love it. It's just not as high up my list as I thought it would be. Still got Mystery Castle to do as well, along with River Quest, and of course the Vekoma Family Boomerang Wake over there. Two trains on the brake run doesn't sound good. Oh, right, that's fine then. 5-minute wait again. Let's go. Well, after about a 20-minute technical delay, Taran is back up and running again. If the rain can hold off, that would be very handy because it was spitting earlier. Wasn't the most comfortable of rides. We just want a dry one.
It's wet now.
That was so much better the second time.
Oh, it's really wet.
It felt so much faster, especially on that second launch. That was absolutely awesome. Yeah, much better second ride than the first one. It is pouring it down now though. We're going to head to Rake, the only coaster that we have left to do in the park. This is the Vekoma Family Boomerang, which opened up with the park. So I opened up with this area, Cologne, back in 2016. Not a massively thrilling one, but it is one of the best of its kind, as far as Vekoma Family Boomerangs go anyway. Well, we've just got in the station, it's a walk-on, and they've given the previous riders a golden ride with another lap round. So I'm hoping that they give us that the same treatment. Also managed to get front row as well. Well, a very enjoyable ride there on Rake. I have to say that's probably my favourite Vekoma Family Boomerang. Quite good speed, decent air time, good forces around the bends, and obviously the great interaction and theming as well with Taran.
And we got the golden ride.
Yes, they sent us around twice. There's absolutely nobody waiting in the air gates for the next train, so yeah, they did send us around. Ruben had a little trouble getting in, unfortunately, so they had to force the bar down.
That's because he's tall.
Tall, and there's very, very tight trains, to be fair. Even I have to cross my legs. Time now for River Quest. Much to Holly's delight. Well, that was an absolute soaker, wasn't it?
I don't know, I'm pretty dry, I'm all good, yeah?
Yeah, Holly got the brunt of the force there because she was at the end of the boat at the bottom of 2 of the 3 drops.
Holly, you've got a bit of water just there.
That was such a fun rapids ride. As soon as Holly saw the lift, she questioned me. So that was good fun. We're going on to our final ride of the day that's new, which is Mystery Tower. I hate this, but since Holly came on the rapids, I have to go on this. And it's only on a 5-minute wait. So we shall see. It's one big tower. Of course, the whole thing is fully enclosed because of Phantasialand's local restrictions upon noise. But that should make for some excellent effects, I think.
Straight up and slowly down, that was awesome.
Okay, that is the best drop tower I've ever done.
Now,
that was absolutely insane.
I want an apology because I went on a horrible ride and you got a fantastic one.
No.
What do you mean no? I'm drenched and he's happy. How is that fair?
So apparently this does 3 different cycles according to our expert Sean. So we got pushed up and then we dropped straight down to the floor all the way down. The lights came on and then suddenly there was darkness and we went straight up to the top. And then it was held there for literally 2 or 3 seconds and then we came crashing down.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the ride. But that was brilliant. The effects, the darkness, the force on the...
I didn't know what I expected.
The force on the shot as well was so good. Yeah.
Go slowly.
That's how a drop tower should be, not this rubbish like Hurricane Condor.
Hurricane Condor is the bee's knees, my friend.
Right, so we're getting towards about 4:30, I think it is now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
I
So
don't know.
we'll probably make our way back to our hotel and do a load of rides on the way, as we're just on re-rides now. We probably might do that one that you suggested. What's it called again? The Fun House.
Yeah.
What's it called? Cool.
Hotel.
Right.
Are you going to manage to walk that though?
Yeah, if I can't, I'll just turn back. Right. I think I also want to get back on Black Mamba. We want to probably do Taran again and f.l.y. Maybe Colorado Adventure. I wouldn't mind doing Windsors Theatre if we have time. I mean, everything's going to be pretty short queues now, isn't it? Oh, what a ride. Yes, we are definitely doing that tomorrow again. Maybe we'll get a different cycle. After Mystery Castle, we went back on Taran, and then we did Colorado Adventure again. We did Mamba Strike, we went over to Cologne again, and we're going to finish the day off with, hopefully, a night ride on Taran. It's currently advertised on a 20-minute wait, which should take us to pretty much 6 o'clock. So there'll be no night ride on f.l.y. as well, but I think I'd rather have the night ride on Taran if it's just the one. As I said, we will be leaving slightly early tomorrow to explore a little bit of Cologne as well. So yeah, just the one night ride tonight, and that will be Taran. We finished our day, our first day, with a brilliant night ride on Taran there. Unfortunately, as per the case was earlier, it went down for about 20 to 25 minutes.
Again.
But they did persevere, and they managed to avoid a queue line evacuation. So we did get our ride in there in the end, and it definitely speeds up a hell of a lot during the day. It was quite slow this morning, probably why it's underwhelming, but yeah, that night ride was fantastic. Proper punchy launches now. We're on our way back now to the hotel to get some dinner, have a shower, probably grab a drink for the night, and then get ready to do it all again tomorrow. Well, good morning and welcome to day 2 of our visit here to Phantasialand. We're going to hopefully start the day off as we started yesterday with a ride on Mouse the Chocolat and try and finish it.
Down, yeah.
Trying to finish this time so we can actually see what scores we'll get and not get evacuated halfway through.
We are feeling a little bit worse for wear and very tired this morning after a very long day, which we worked out we did 23 rides yesterday.
Yeah, it was an awesome day.
Yeah, my feet are hurting, so I can't imagine how your ankle feels.
Yeah.
But we're hoping for a little bit more of a slow day today. We're hoping to leave the park around 3.
Yeah, between 2 and 3.
To go into Cologne and do some sightseeing.
Yeah, obviously we did have a very packed day yesterday, but we did manage to get every ride that we wanted to in, so at least that's out of the way. And today we can just concentrate on doing some of the smaller rides and doing any re-rides that we want to. We've still got all 4 of our f.l.y. fast passes as well, so we'll probably make sure we get the most out of those and use them. Also need to check out the merchandise store because I'd like to get a Taran hoodie. Also got to get my keyring for the keyring collection. Yes, and Holly will. Well, if you don't get it in Cologne, I'll go here. Probably not going to bother with Black Mamba or Colorado Adventure today. I think they're good rides, but they're just not as thrilling as the likes of Taran. No, it's the same.
No, it's higher. Even Sean says it's higher.
Right.
They've got different fountains on.
Time to ride Mouse the Chocolat again.
No. It's not fair.
Holly,
My
why are
arm
you
was
sad?
tired. I didn't win, but when I finally manned up and got over the fact that my arm was really tired and just did it anyway,
You got an okay score.
I was catching up with you, so if I was doing that from the beginning, I would have won.
Holly got 138,000, and Ruben, kind as he is,
182,000.
182?
Yeah.
I wasn't that far behind you.
Ruben taught me a nice method for doing it on this. So I got 230,000.
Make sure it's not videoing this way.
Second ride of the day will be on f.l.y. Palace. This is a Vekoma Madhouse, which means absolutely nothing to Holly, so she'll be nice and pleasantly surprised when she finds out what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about surprises after yesterday and getting absolutely soaked on rappers.
That was a good surprise. This will also be a pleasant surprise for you.
Okay. Have I been on the Vekoma Madhouse before?
Don't know.
So it's Hex, but not as good.
Well, yeah, I'd agree. Hex is far better. It's got a better pre-show, much better effects, and a better soundtrack.
Hey, look, these plants look like cabbages.
I would say also there's a projection screen on the opposite side of the ceiling in there, and you'd expect there to be some sort of at least anything going on.
It's just
some
a white background, yeah.
Just you got some flame effects, but then nothing else really. Overall, though, it's another ride. My second only Vekoma Madhouse. Acceptable, not great, but glad we did it because today is all about getting in the rest of the filler attractions that we didn't get a chance to do yesterday. Time now is what's the time? 20 to 10. Quarter to 10. So we might head for our first big attraction of the day. But first, I need a drink. We're going to head over and pre-queue for Mystery Castle. I really thoroughly enjoyed this yesterday, so I'm hoping that we get the exact same cycle as what was on yesterday, as I much prefer a shot tower rather than a drop tower. The time is 10 to 10, so we've got a small wait, and then we'll be straight in and hopefully on it. Another brilliant ride there on Mystery Castle. Same cycle as yesterday as well. So good, honestly. I love that ride. If we ever come back here, that is definitely a must do.
I've realised after going on yesterday in going on a different bay, the bay and the back, very, very back right hand corner goes up higher than all of the others.
Because it comes down last.
Yeah, and it comes down slower.
Yeah.
So if you want to go up higher, then go for that one.
We're just going to make our way from the back of the park to the front of the park. So next up, I think, is a morning ride on Taran.
Willkommen bei Taran.
We've been waiting about 15 minutes today, about halfway through the queue I'd say. A lot noticeably busier than yesterday, with expected crowds at about 51% according to crowd calendar. The weather is much nicer today as well, but with 4 trains on the track and efficient operations, this queue is moving rather efficiently. 20 minutes exactly, and we are now on the home straight. Not going to bother with front row queue, as we'd like to get still a few decent amount of rides in today. It is noticeably slower in the morning, we've noticed with Taran. It speeds up a lot during the day, so I'm not sure if we're going to get another chance to get a faster ride later on, hopefully. But still, at least we got on it again today. That'll bring our total to 5 rides on this visit. 25 minutes, and we are 2 trains away from getting on Taran again. Amazing efficient operations here, I have to say. Plenty of trains on the track. You've got the separate unload and load stations.
Oh, they didn't have that.
Oh, again, another awesome ride there on Taran. Noticeably slower in the morning. Waited about 25 minutes there in total, so that's pretty good considering the queue was almost back at the actual entrance sign. Not sure we're going to head over to now, but we'll see what's about. Might do Taran again. Right, Taran is still closed at the minute, so we're going to head over to one of the attractions we didn't get a chance to do yesterday, which is the Funhouse. I can't remember the name of it, but our guide Sean has told us it's essentially a funhouse, a walk-through attraction. So we're going to head over to this now.
Also wish list.
This is okay. Is it? Oh, that was so anticlimactic. What do we do?
Hello.
Where are we going?
Is that where we start? Well, that was a great funhouse, I have to say. Really long walk-through attraction there. Loads of different elements, loads of different rooms. Got the slide at the end as well. I did have to walk through a few things as opposed to actually partake because of my bad ankle, but if I had a good ankle, would have been even better. But I tried a few things. It was good fun. Yeah, good ride that one. Better than the one at Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach anyway. Did you have fun? Bless.
That was great fun. It's really sad that you couldn't really join in much.
At least I got some videos.
Yeah, you would have enjoyed that. The stairs, they didn't really give you an option on the weird stairs though.
I think you could have bypassed the whole of upstairs just to stay at the ground level, but I managed to do something still, yeah. It was good, I enjoyed that. I think we're going to head over to f.l.y now and use one of our fast passes, and then we're going to drop the jackets off because we are baking.
Yeah,
weather is so much better today, and crowds aren't too bad either still. There's quite a few low queue times still, so not as busy as I'd expected it to be. I just assumed because Taran had a large queue, everywhere else did too. Now, we got our fast passes with the hotel stay, and there's really no need to use them because there's virtually nobody in line. However, it does allow us to skip about a mile of queue line that we have to walk through. So it's definitely worth using. We didn't use any yesterday, so we've still got 3 now to use today. Time for our second ride on f.l.y. Okay, we're going to head back over to Winger's Fair now. Not going to bother with Winger's Force unless we have time, because Winger's Fair is, in my opinion, the far better one. We're also going to try to do Crazy Bats again, but without the VR, as I'm not a massive fan of VR, so it'd been nice just to experience that coaster in the total darkness and see how it feels. Time now is just at midday, so we've got about 2.5 hours left before we need to set off into Cologne. Hoping to get a couple more rides in on f.l.y as we have the fast passes, and then it would be great if we can get another ride in on Taran as well while it's going a bit faster. Well, we just come on for a walk-on ride on Crazy Bats. We're going to try it without the VR though, as it wasn't amazing. It was okay, worth doing, but we'll try it without the VR, see if we can actually pay attention to the roller coaster this time instead.
It's going to be very dark in there, but
It will be indeed.
good to experience it both ways.
Yep. Well, after that non-VR ride on Crazy Bats, we've just come for a nice relaxing sit-down ride on the Wormling Express, just to get some nice panoramic views, have a sit down for a bit and chat to wonderful wife.
I definitely preferred the Crazy Bats with the VR, I have to say. it does stuff to your brain. It's different. Whereas without the VR, we literally just sat there, had a conversation. It was kind of like going on a bus ride.
Yeah, I mean, the ride's pretty old, so it's not the most thrilling. A little bit rickety, so I guess the VR does add something. Me personally, I hate VR. It's just, it trips me out. I don't like it, so that was a bit nicer for me. But obviously, I can imagine why most people would prefer the VR. Once we're done in this ride, we're going to take a slow walk over to Mexico and grab some churros before tackling a couple more rides before we then head off into Cologne. Definitely would like to get Taran done again. We've not actually been on the side with the flame effects yet, so it'd be good to sit on that side. And then we'd also like to get another ride on Taran, and we've also still got 2 more free passes to use on f.l.y, so we'll definitely have to get that in also. We have about an hour left before we need to head off for Cologne, so we're going to hit up Taran again. Holly and Ruben have popped off to the gift shop to get me my keyring, and they're going to meet us by the exit. And I think Holly's feeling it at the minute. The only other ride I'd like to get done again is Taran, and possibly Mystery Castle, as I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Und jetzt wünschen wir Ihnen viel Spaß auf Taran.
Well, is there anything better than a walk on Taran? Absolutely no queue at all. Lovely. Crowds have definitely dropped off a bit, maybe because it's lunchtime, but more or less everything on park is a 5-minute wait. So should be able to get a few last rides in with this hour, which is perfect.
And look, planes.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, we just did the Deep in Africa trail, which is about a sort of 5-10 minute walk through. Great if you don't have a bad ankle.
I thought it was really fun.
but
It was like a giant jungle gym for adults.
Yeah, there's like stepping stones and bridges and crosses, slide climbing frames, all good fun. It's about 20 past 2 now, so we've pretty much got time for only the one more ride. We've still got our fast passes, so I think we're going to finish off with f.l.y here at Phantasialand before we head off and get the bus to Cologne. Right, well that's our time in Phantasialand now finished. Over the course of the day though, over the course of the 2 days, we've managed about 40 rides, so definitely satisfied with how much we've been able to get in. Included in that was 7 rides on Taran and 7 on f.l.y as well. So done all the coasters, major coasters, several times. We did get another ride on Black Mamba. The only thing we didn't manage to do today was Taran, because when we got to it, it was down unfortunately. But other than that, it's been absolutely fantastic. Definitely my new #1 park. Every attraction is incredible. I've been impressed with almost every single thing we've done. So yeah, not many bad words to say at all. Of course, the trip isn't quite over yet. We're going to take the shuttle bus over to f.l.y station, then get the train into Cologne and have a wander around the cathedral for a bit before we head off to the airport. So I'll grab a little bit of footage of that. And then later tonight we've got our plane back to Stansted with good old Ryanair. Train. Well, here we are now in Cologne, and that is an impressive cathedral. I have to say, it's so much bigger in person. The video does not do it justice how colossal this thing is. That is mad. That is some incredible architecture for such an ancient building. So a good thing about Phantasialand, if you are over this way and flying over into Cologne Bonn Airport, or even on a road trip, you can always make a stop by and see something very touristy as well, just so you get a little bit of the city in with the visit as well. We got the shuttle bus over to f.l.y station. That was free, no charge for that, and then we got on the train, which took about 15 to 20 minutes to get here, and then yeah, and that train was only €5 each, so not too bad. That is absolutely incredible. And just information wise, you are allowed into the cathedral for no charge. They do accept donations, but there is a maximum bag size, which is much stricter than that of Ryanair. So me and Holly have popped in, and then we'll take the bags in order for Ruben and Sean to have a look. That is absolutely magnificent. Well, we're going to finish this vlog here now. It's been an absolutely fantastic 2 days. Fantasialand is now my #1 park. Honestly, it has been absolutely so good. I've been so impressed with everything they've had to offer. Every attraction has been just so above par of what I expected. And to top it all off, we're currently sitting in front of Cologne Cathedral.
It is huge and very, very beautiful on the inside. So if you are visiting Phantasialand, we would highly recommend getting is it a shuttle bus to Brawl and then the train from Brawl to Cologne, even just to come and see this. It was only €5 as well, so
really good value.
It's incredible. We've had a fantastic time here in Germany.
Unfortunately though, it is the end of this trip and it is the end of theme park season throughout most of Europe. There are a few winter events here and there, but we're not going to bother. We might be at Phantasialand, Belgium, depending on the weather, for our winter Christmas market trip, but there's no guarantee there. And so if that is not the case, then we will probably not be back again until sort of March, April time. As we say, we do this when we can. We've got full-time jobs, children, other hobbies. But yeah, it's been so good to be able to finally visit this park and tick some amazing bucket list coasters off the list. f.l.y. and Taran both made it into my top 5.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Definitely.
It really is good. What are your thoughts? Anything else to say? Anything else to add?
It's just, I'm so tired and so overwhelmed from everything that's happened this past couple of days. I don't think it's my #1 park, unfortunately. I did rather enjoy Energylandia. However, Energylandia didn't have the whole. I wasn't as immersed. The world of Phantasialand is just so much more. However, the rides at Energylandia were more.
I think that's a fair point. Phantasialand do something particularly well, and that is theming, especially on the areas of Rupberg and
Rupberg was
Africa.
Incredible,
it's really
and
quite good.
the uniforms that all the staff wear, they're depending on what area they're in, they do get into it. Yeah, absolutely. And we found out today that you can actually pay 40 or 50 euros to get dressed up as
in the steampunk vibe.
From Rupberg and walk around like that for the day. So that's also pretty cool.
But we've made some amazing memories here. We've ticked off some bucket list coasters. We've got some memorabilia to keep from the park. We've got my keyring, and we've got what is hopefully a start of some more visits to this park in the many years to come.
Absolutely.
When the children grow up, I'm sure they'd love to come here if they're
100%.
still into rides by that, and we haven't made them fed up with it. But yeah, we're going to conclude this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't still watched up until this point, we hope you'll join us again soon for our next vlog, whenever that will be. Hope you enjoyed the ride.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.